to another episode of What Happens Here, Las Vegas's newest sports and entertainment program, where I ask the questions that you want to hear from the stars that you want to see. I'm your host, Marcus Deegan. Thanks very much for joining us again on this action-packed interview day. Man, you guys are going to love this one. I want to say thanks very much for the support that we've had with this show during the quarantine. Guys, we have got some huge things coming up. We've got some great stars that we're going to be interviewing over the next few months, so we want you to stick around. Now, listen, guys, we're sticking with the MMA superstars today, and this kid is definitely one of them and going to be even bigger in my eyes. He is viciously destroyed 15 of his last opponents with vicious ground and pounds, that rear naked choke, and of course his famous move, the flying triangle. When I saw this guy, I automatically knew he was going to be a superstar. He's got the attitude, he's got the looks, he's got the skill. He ticks all the boxes as far as I'm concerned. Ladies and gentlemen, would you welcome to What Happens Here, coming all the way from Liverpool, England, Paddy The Baddy Pimblett. What's the story, brother?
What's happening? How are we? You good?
I'm good, mate. We're all the way here in Las Vegas on this little gloomy day. Where are you? You're in England right now?
Yeah, 9 o'clock at night, just lying on my bed with it. Well, my bed with a cuppa.
Now, what's going on with the quarantine over there, man? Are you staying safe?
Yeah, just not gym isn't open and stuff like that. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can't really go out and get stuff. Well, all restaurants and that are shut, just takeaway. So it's hard to not get fat, really.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm drinking at least 12 a day, brother. So I'm with you on that one. But listen,
I'm just eating lots of chocolate.
How do you stay sharp during this quarantine if there's no gyms open?
Well, I've been doing a lot of running, and a friend of mine who's a black belt as well lives 5 doors away from me. We've got some mats, so we have to do a little bit of jiu-jitsu, and then I've had a punch bag put up, so I've been using that. Now,
I know you've come off a few injuries, brother, and you've had probably your longest layoff that you've had since you've been fighting. How's that going with injury-wise? Are you fit? Are you healthy?
Yeah, I'm healthy, like, you know what I mean? Me wrist's never going to be the same as it was. I've just got to get through it now, like most of the greats have, know what I mean? You've had injuries and you've had to get through it and push on, and that's what I'm going to do.
Now, you fought at featherweight and at lightweight. Where do you see yourself in the future as far as, is there a certain, what weight do you prefer or what do you want to stay at?
I don't know, to be honest. Like, the last fight, I cut like 3.5 kilos to make lightweight, but the fight before, I only cut about 1.5 kilos, and I could have made feather that time, know what I mean? Yeah. But it depends how it goes. Like, I think in that fight camp where I was very low, I lost a bit of muscle mass. So it's depending how we want to do it when we go to UFC, because some of them lightweights are huge.
Yeah, well, that was my next question. You know, you are the Cage Warriors former featherweight champion of the world. Now, is that the promotion you're going to stay with now, or is the UFC ultimately in your dream? Yeah,
of course it is. I've said no to them twice, but if they come calling again, the next time they do come calling, I probably will just say yeah.
Now, if you were going to jump back into the UFC, you would definitely go to featherweight and just smash all those heads in that division?
I'd probably more than likely speak to me coach and more than likely go down to feather, yeah.
Yeah.
But as I say, if we got offered the fight at lightweight, I'd probably take it anyway.
Now, when it comes to the skill of mixed martial arts, you pretty much tick all the boxes. Your cardio's great. You've got a granite chin. Your resume of moves and of arsenal of weapons that you have is second to none. Can you tell me a little bit about the famous flying triangle? Because a lot of the fans online wanted to know about that. How did that come about? How did you learn it, and how did you master it?
Well, I just done it one day with one of my coaches, because especially when I was younger, I was even more flexible. I don't know if I can still do it, but I can put my leg behind my head. You know what I mean? Both my legs behind my head. So like I can still do open platters and stuff and do rubber guard. So when I was younger, we tried it, and then in a big amateur fight what I had, I hit 2 of them in 2 different rounds. But as you know, the amateur fights are only 3-minute rounds, so I never finished it. And then again, I got one in my second pro fight, and then I got one in my first Cage Warriors in Liverpool, and then I got against Teddy Violet. So I've got 3 so far in my pro fights.
Yeah, I was checking them out online today, and it's just such a unbelievable move to jump up straight onto the cage, wrap your legs around someone's throat and choke them out like a freaking anaconda. It's really, really an impressive move. And you know what? I foresee it in your future. You're definitely going to make it to the UFC. Now, do you believe that it's part of your training? Do you believe in visualization and think it, see it, believe it, achieve it, all that kind of stuff? Is that part of it?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. You've got to think, you know what I mean? If you don't think that you're going to get to somewhere, you're never going to. You've got to believe in yourself. If you don't, you're never going to get anywhere.
Yeah. Now, what would you say was your greatest moment in this career?
But the greatest moment's probably going to be winning the belt. But like my favourite win, I've been asked this a lot recently. My favourite win is when I fought someone called Stephen Martin in my first featherweight fight after moving up from bantamweight. He was a black belt and he come out and hit me with a right hand and knocked me out, and then he hit me with a left up and woke me back up. And I scrambled, and then all the commentators, everyone thought it was over. And then I was grappling with him, I was wrestling with him in the round, taking him down and stuff, and then last second of the round I hit him with an elbow and split his head wide open, just blood squirting out. So that's probably my favourite one, just because everyone thought I was going to lose. I was on the back foot, and then I just turned it round within a round.
Yeah, that's what I hear that a lot from fighters when they're pushed to it and they're fighting through adversity. For instance, like you just said, he dropped you with 2 punches and thought you were knocked out, and then you came through and finished him with that smashing elbow. Of course, that's going to mean something extra to you than just going out there and knocking someone out. Now, does that show you in yourself that you are more of a warrior than you thought, or do you know where you're at as far as your strengths?
No, I know where I'm at. I know I'm a warrior anyway. That goes without saying. And I won't quit. You've seen that in me. The fights I've lost, I've went 5-5 twice and lost. You know what I mean? I don't, even when like I had one hand in one of them and I was gassed in the other, I was still fighting all the way to the end. I won't quit. Now,
who do you take your biggest inspiration from when it comes to what you do for a living?
Well, someone who I've always like looked up to, Minotauro Nogueira, Big Nog. Just like I said, then he used to just take a beating, he'd take it, he'd come back and he'd catch it in something and he'd win the fight.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, Paddy, we have a lot of like, we get the fans from around the world asking who they want me to interview, and your name came up so many times. People just really, really love you. Not only have you just got a great personality, you're so calm and collected, and then you just go absolutely berserk when you win those fights. That personality and charm and your hair and your looks and everything, that really does play part into building the image of Paddy the Baddy. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, it does. A lot of people have asked me to cut my hair and I've said, no, this is a trademark now. The hair's not going anywhere, lad. It's part of me. It's part of Paddy the Baddy. You know what I mean? It's just one of them. It was never really thought of, Paddy the Baddy, either. My coach just said it one day before an amateur fight. An announcer come in and said, what's your nickname? I was like, I haven't got one. Paul just turned around and said, Paddy the Baddy it is. And then it just stuck.
Paddy the Baddy, but you're really a goodie, Paddy. I can see that, mate. Now,
yeah, I am. Like,
here's one question that I got asked maybe about 5 times, and the fans around the world, especially fans that don't live in the UK, that are over here in America primarily, they want to know what a scouser is and why they don't get knocked out.
A scouser is just someone from Liverpool, I just represent them. You know what I mean? And that's something, as I said there, that come off the tongue. I'd been it with a big shot in that fight as well. That just come off the tongue. A lot of people always send me pictures of Darren Till when that gets put up, but he's not like me.
Well, where can people find out about you, Paddy? Like with your social media tags or whatever? Because we're going to put it here on the screen then when we put this together. So where can people find you, bro?
Well, Instagram and Twitter is both at Paddy The Baddy, and I've got a Facebook group as well, Facebook page, fan page.
All right, guys, we're going to put Paddy's handles right up there and right down the bottom. Paddy, is there anything else that you'd like to say to your fans around the world before we bounce, my brother? It's Sunday here and I'm ready for a cold one.
I want to thank everyone for asking for me to be on the show, and I love all my fans. You're all the best.
Paddy, you're a class act, mate. I mean, I know you don't know me from Adam, but I reached out to you and you decided to come on the show and have a chat with us. So I want to thank you very much. So there's a lot of style, a lot of class. From the moment I saw you, I knew that you were going to be a big star, my friend. I want you to keep doing what you're doing, and I wish you nothing but the best for yourself and your family. Ladies and gentlemen, on What Happens Here, Paddy the Baddy. Hey guys, Marcus here. Today's episode was proudly sponsored by Team Guilty Clothing, Conquered Apparel, Rise Fight Gear, Molcata Clothing Wear. How could we forget Fit Guru fight retreats in Las Vegas. Of course, Wildcats for all your cannabis needs. And of course, Baller Balm for when your beard needs to be money. Today's episode was fueled by Proper 12, the finest, the tastiest liquid gold on the planet.